Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your weekly pick a card reading. I'm using a slightly different setup because I've been worried about the lighting. So hopefully, just forgive me if I make any errors with I'll try to be as clear as possible with the presentation so that you can see the cards. This last full moon was in sign of Leo. And in honor of that, I'm using the Strength card as your card of choice. I'm also going to draw a couple of cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Karen Reed. So group 1 is from the Gilded Tarot. Group 2 is from the Light Seers Tarot. Group 3 is from the Psychic Tarot. And group 4 is from the Modern Witch Tarot. So take your time and make your choices. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just my 2 candles here. Take a moment and I will begin your reading shortly. Or you can pause as well. Welcome back, Group 1. You've chosen the Gilded Tarot and your card is Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. What a lovely card. It's making a distinction, and it's something that's been on my mind actually, making a distinction between knowledge, knowing something, and feeling it and understanding it in the heart, knowing something in the head, and having the wisdom to use that knowledge wisely. It's guidance to not just know something in the head, and to welcome, to be willing to make that knowledge into wisdom. And that takes going within, it takes working, it takes doing the introspection. It's making a statement about the distinction between knowledge, knowing something in the head, and wisdom, which is knowing something in the soul, being willing to open yourself to the teachings of that or the wisdom of something. And it's an invitation to do some inner work. That's what I think. Let's see what your cards say. This card that's fallen out is the Three of Wands. In the reverse. The Star in the reverse. And the Seven of Swords in reverse. You get the King of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. Oops. And then let's get more. The King of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Two of Pentacles. Beneath the deck, you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which could indicate letting go of this feeling of being trapped. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit stuck about something. So with the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Star and the Seven of Swords, all in the reverse, I think the Three of Wands is, maybe this to me is cautioning you to have patience. Patience. You don't have to rush whatever it is that you're working on. It doesn't have to be a rush. And I guess that comes back to turning knowledge into wisdom takes time, it takes work, it takes soul courage, let's say, willingness to go within. And that's what your invitation is. Because you have the Seven of Swords here in the reverse. There's still a sneakiness about it. What I'm seeing here, what I'm getting from this is I really am getting that thing. Don't rush. Don't rush things. Don't shoot yourself in the foot by rushing. But I'll see more about the Seven of Swords as we go along. Perhaps something else will come up. You have the King of Coins in reverse, Temperance in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so there is this caution not to rush. You know, the King of Coins is slow and steady, or is steady. In the reverse, it could talk about all the negative aspects of the King of Coins, not grounding things properly. King of Coins is grounded. So, and with Temperance there, it's a caution to be patient. You know, Temperance is about the alchemy, creating something beautiful from something that's base, or creating something different from some chemicals. So that's what alchemy is. Or in the magical sense, it's about turning water into wine, turning base metal into gold. You know, it's that process, and that takes time. It's Temperance is about finding that balance, and I think that you are being invited to find balance. And with the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands can talk about rushing forward, and perhaps what it means here is the slow and steady is the guidance for your manifestations. You've put out your wishes and wants. You've communicated with heaven. And you know, you are involved in that process of creating. It doesn't just happen at the snap of a finger. We work for wisdom. We work for our improvements. And, you know, work doesn't have to be a bad thing. You know, work is a wonderful thing, you know. Work, if we enjoy our work, it can be like play. And if we enjoy our work, we can see it as accountability, as giving, as receiving as well. Work gives us the chance to receive. But we don't have to see work as a negative thing. And some of us are fortunate to be doing what we love. And then work becomes play. But it's work nevertheless. We still have to put in the hours. We still have to put in the self-awareness, the looking within, the introspection, the questioning ourselves, you know, the spiritual part. That's what it's about. And so the Eight of Wands it also talks about communication. So perhaps there's something that needs communication here, but we'll see as we go along. Yes, and with the King of Swords and the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles, there's something maybe about duality here, about finding balance. That's what I'm seeing. So the King of Swords can be, I think that the King of Swords here, especially surrounded by the blue, is reiterating this communicate. You know, it could be saying write, talk, speak up, stand up for what you believe in. But I think that there's a key invitation about communication. And you know, the High Priestess here is so free. There's something really free about the High Priestess in this. But can you see there's also the balance? And you know, that ties in so well with the turning knowledge into wisdom, because the High Priestess is the gatekeeper of the wisdom, not of the knowledge. The High Priest is the gatekeeper of the knowledge. Now, turning that knowledge into wisdom requires that going within. It requires that High Priestess energy of looking within. The High Priestess provides us with the wisdom from the soul searching, from the going within, from the willingness to listen, you know, to our higher selves, to our guides, to our ancestors. And that's what I'm seeing here. I think you're on this beautiful path, and this is just loving guidance for you. And also, you know, I feel like this reading is a guidance, very much a guidance about also this page, Two of Pentacles, looks very calm. but they are actually balancing different forces. And generally, this Two of Pentacles can speak about juggling things. So maybe the caution can be, and I'll give you different scenarios, right? The caution can be to not overdo things. Don't try to juggle too many things. Or it could be find your balance by going within so that you can balance the things that you are doing, so that you can give the focus properly to each of the things that you are trying to do or that you're doing. It could be work and family. It could be your spiritual and your personal life, or whatever the case might be. But it's just an invitation to be aware of the need for balance, because the Temperance is also that need for balance. Yeah, but I'll do another round there and see what comes up. So Three of Wands, being impatient for the ships to come in. It's almost like you're worried that you're not laying your solid foundation with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. But the Pentacles are slower moving energy, but they are more long lasting. If you think about how earth signs are described, I'm not saying all earth signs are that way, but if you think about how earth signs are described as determined, if you think about Taurus, stubborn, yes, but also very determined, very grounded. Likewise, in Capricorn's the goat can climb sheer cliffs, but slowly and steadily. Virgo is also known to be committed to the detail, the Hermit. If you think about the Hermit card of the Virgo, which represents Virgo, that willingness to go within. So there's that lovely invitation, beloveds, to do that, going within and really seek counsel within. Seek counsel within, but also if you need to speak, speak, even if it's to a friend or whatever. If you are needing guidance, I spoke about writing. One of my favorite tools for the journey within is journaling. And in a visioning play shop that we did recently, I spoke about journaling and the way I do journaling, which is I use stream of consciousness writing. That's my meditation. I never leave out my journaling. Sometimes I won't meditate, but my journaling is my grounding. It turns my king upright, makes me feel so grounded, But slow but steady is a strong message I'm getting. Now, the star in reverse, the star of hope. Yeah, I think that this is saying that perhaps you don't be tempted to look at things negatively. If things aren't happening quickly enough for you, know that it's because maybe it's not the time yet. You are being guided to your true north or true south or whatever. You're being guided. That's the star of hope, and even though it's in reverse, it requires patience to get there. Things, Rome, as they say, wasn't built in a day, but things don't just happen. Sometimes things do happen overnight, and then we don't know what to do with them, right? But in your case, you are really being guided to be patient with yourself, be patient with the process, whatever that process is, and honor the high priestess within, the high priestess outside, in the form of our guides and our ancestors and those people, or those our mind, or however we work with energy, whether it's with our higher self. Honor that. This is such a wonderful card to have. Showing up here, and it's inviting you, it's like tantalizing you. Come, go within. And then the swords, the Seven of Swords in reverse, I'm seeing it really as your energy, like the temptation to maybe be sneaky. I don't know. I don't think in a negative way, I think it's talking about shortcuts. Anyway, I think that it's about shortcuts, because taking shortcuts might shoot you in the foot. And shortcuts can be, if you think about communication, a shortcut in communication is not telling the truth. Not lying, but you're not telling the truth. That's a shortcut. Do you know what I mean? So you'll know what that means for you, beloveds. And it could relate to work, it could relate to finances, it could relate to something where you are trying to balance two forces. It could be a relationship, or maybe two jobs that you don't want to tell the one about. This is an invitation to be true to you, be true to your principles. Okay, that's what I see. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wow. You get the Joker in reverse. Okay. Nice, nice. I think it ties in with this message, beloved. But slow and steady. You don't have to hit the jackpot straight away, you know. Okay, then we get the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. And we get the Joker in reverse. And then we get the Seven of Coins. Definitely an energy of, yes, by all means, start this thing that you want to start. If there's a new beginning, could be, let's see, you see, this person is trying to uncover something. They're trying to uncover, it's like a sculptor trying to uncover, it's funny, right? They are trying to uncover, oh, can't see that, this light. They are working hard on this, uncovering this thing, but what they uncover is the same thing, just smaller. That's very funny, right? But I think that with the Ace of Wands, it's that same caution, don't rush. Let it slowly uncover itself, whatever this new beginning is, because there's a new beginning. How wonderful. And it's a passionate new beginning. It's, you know, the Ace of Wands is phallic. So it could even talk about like masculine energy. It could be a relationship. It could be an offer. It could be a work offer. It could be a new idea. But I really believe that the advice here is to, Rome wasn't built in a day again. Look, I'm seeing the Joker here, the target, and it's in the reverse, is that we don't hit bullseye first time. We practice makes perfect. So it's just that caution of just taking, it's okay, slow and steady is okay. And the Seven of Coins is exactly that. So, and the Seven of Coins is appreciating, you know, the Seven of Coins makes me, when I think of the Seven of Coins, I think of the flower or the plant that's been planted and reforcing it to grow. And the Seven of Coins is a caution of just letting it grow. In its time, it will ripen. The fruit will ripen, the flower will emerge, you know. Yeah, and beloved group one, I'm going to leave it there because I think that's a beautiful reading. I think you are on such a lovely, magical, mystical journey, and you're just being invited to go within and honor the High Priestess within, in the form of your guides, in the form of your inner wisdom, in the form of your higher self, your ancestors. They are there, but they're saying wisdom. Wisdom is far more important than knowledge, right? Okay, beloveds, I think that's clear. I hope that helps. And I send you lots and lots of love for the week ahead. I will chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group two. You've chosen the Light Seers Tarot, and your card of choice is the Porcupine Spirit. And the Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. Wow. Time for beginner mind. Time to let go of knowing it all. I think there's just a caution there of going back to innocence. Going back to innocence. Let's see what the cards say. Ace of Swords. The Devil. Oh, glory be. Hallelujah. Love the Devil. I love this Devil. It's like very handsome, very like an invitation, a temptation, temptation, invitation. There's nothing wrong with the tempting invitation. So let's see. Knight of Swords and Fool, new beginnings all around. And below the deck you have the Page of Cups. Maybe this will be a bit of an emotional week. Maybe this is about love, maybe a love offer or something. Maybe you're dealing with love. Maybe you're feeling quite emotional about stuff. So you get the Ace of Swords, the Devil, and the Empress. Oh, wow. So it feels like it's a new beginning, some truths being spoken. Either you are speaking truths about something or someone is bringing the truth to you. Perhaps you are afraid that they are not real. They are not honest. They are not honest. Because I am seeing here you as the Empress, and the Empress having been hurt, maybe, having felt. I'm going to get it maybe a clarifier for the Empress and for the Devil. But you know, the Devil's not always up to bad tricks, right? It could represent a Capricorn of making an offer. It could represent someone offering you something and they come as a teacher, even if it's a painful teacher. But it could also speak about something in the past, a person coming in from the past that maybe behaved in a negative way towards you and made you feel this way. And so you are a little bit afraid of that. This could apply to work. It could apply to studies. Maybe you're afraid of an offer that didn't work out in the past. But let's see what comes up. So you get the King of Cups there in the reverse. Now the King of Cups upright is confident, has boundaries, is able to hold their own, is easy with their love. They know that they can put a shield around their hearts if they need to. In the reverse, it could talk about emotional immaturity, especially with the Knight of Swords there. And this is quite a chilled King of Cups, you know, relaxing, meditating, happy in the water. Perhaps this person around you is not comfortable with showing emotion. And perhaps how they show emotion presents as the devil. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, because you've been hurt before, maybe even from a previous relationship, you might be afraid of this new beginning that's being offered. And maybe it's quite sudden that it's come in. Let's see. You get the Hanged Man, and I really think your invitation is this whole situation for you to have a relook at it from a different perspective, relook at it from a place of, okay, whatever's happened, you must have learned certain things from it. You must have grown from it. And I think that you need to give yourself credit for having grown. If you are this devil person wanting to make an offer, it's possible that you see yourself as bad or misunderstood. And perhaps if that's the case, you need to start taking a relook at the way you present. If you want to be heard, maybe you need to present yourself in a more honest way, speak truthfully, so that this offer that you're making can be seen as the devil in a constructive way, the devil as the teacher, the devil as the guide into the underworld, you know, the devil as the guide into the shadows. Let me be your mirror. Let me help you navigate this through thick and thin. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, that's what came to me. There's a need to look at something anew from a different perspective, from a more relaxed perspective, not from a place of expectation. Because we get the 10 of Cups, and that's the wish fulfillment card. It's a card of, look at that happiness, happy families. It's all the cups are there, you know. And then we have the Moon card, which is about fear. So I think that the Hanged Man is inviting you to let go of fear around this issue, whatever this issue is. Whether it's a job offer, perhaps you had a job in the past that didn't work out, and now you're afraid of this new offer. Maybe you feel that you're not worthy and you feel insecure. But look, you have the page, the Fool, inviting you to take a leap of faith. You have the Moon card saying, let go of fear, trust. Allow, feel the emotions in a way. You're being invited to feel emotions. So maybe this is something really emotional. And then you have this, you've got 5 major arcana. There's something big going on for you, group 2. Whatever this offer is that's coming in with this invitation to take a leap of faith, it's quite significant, I think. But it requires that you let go of expectations and look at things from a different perspective. And it will require bravery. It's a very strongly feminine energy. It's like an invitation for you to go in and feel your heart, feel your tears, feel your pain, feel, look, you know, confront the fear. But if you need to cry, you know. So you get this new beginning. You've got 2 aces now. Ace of Swords, which is clarity, speaking truth. It's a new beginning of based on honesty, you know, and speaking truth. And then you get the Ace of Wands here, which is about passion and new ideas. It's about ideas and passion and projects, maybe. And, you know, I was just saying what they've got here is this person is like a sculptor, and what do they uncover? It's just another block, another box. It's funny, but that's not the message. But also that does require a beginner mind, right? Going back to the beginning, trusting that every day is a new beginning. We always need to look at things afresh. Like, this might not have worked out, doesn't mean it's not going to work out for him. So there's something really, I feel here, that wants to happen, some new beginning, but you, your fears, confront your fears. I think your week ahead is about confronting your fears. Oh, and I put that ace away, but that's okay. Queen of Coins in the reverse. 7 of Wands. Mm. 10 of Wands. You have the 5 of Swords here, wanting to show up, but I'll just leave it for now. I will get advice as well, but for now, let's look at this. 10 of Coins, the Queen of Coins in the reverse. Yes, very much the Empress card. You're feeling maybe uncreative, unappreciated, maybe unproductive. And I think that's why you need to have a different perspective and start looking at yourself differently, standing up for yourself, to yourself. The 7 of Wands is about that, standing up for yourself. And the 10 of Wands is about letting go of the burden. I think the 10 of Wands is saying, okay, so you are being invited to, I think, go within. Look at where you are blocking your own, this offer that wants to come in. Where are you seeing? So the devil can come here as a caution not to be too hard on yourself. Our shadows, those things that we don't love about ourselves, can also be beautiful. They can also be lessons. So whatever didn't work out, you learned from that. And so you need to stand up confront that, and then in the process stand up for yourself and let go of the burdens. Start seeing yourself, start trying to see yourself in a different light, right? Whatever these burdens are, you've been carrying this negative perception of yourself. I think that's what I'm seeing. You need to let it go so that you can start this new beginning, you know. And it seems like it's a stable new beginning. You know, this is the Four of Wands. And if it's an offer from someone, maybe an offer didn't work, something didn't work out, that really, it doesn't mean it's not going to work out now, right? A lot of what, how our life plays out really, and this is why I try not to focus too much on the outcome, is dependent on how we feel about ourselves and how we approach a situation. So you might be down on yourself, and so you approach a situation negatively, and so you behave in a way that is detrimental to that thing. Whereas if you confront whatever it is you're feeling bad about within yourself, an offer comes in, if you're feeling more worthy, if you've taken the time out to confront whatever those fears and shadows are, then this offer comes in, and you see the devil as your teacher, your healer, instead of seeing the devil as your tormentor, right? I hope that makes sense. Two more. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, this card is the same as the previous group. Group 1 got the 7 of coins in the reverse, and it's reminding you to be patient with yourself, stand up for yourself, and be patient. But look at this, you get the 4 of Wands, the 10 of Cups again, right? And the Jack of Spades. So that's the Knight of Swords. So there could be an air sign that's important in your life, presenting us as the devil, or it could be a Capricorn offering and making an offer, but they might rush in. There you have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Knight of Swords, and that makes you afraid. But you know, you get the 4 of Wands here and the 10 of Cups, which are such powerful cards of stability, wish fulfillment, and stability. So I think that what you need to be doing for the week ahead, beloveds, is looking at where you are hard on yourself. Where are you, your own devil? Where are you? Where do you put yourself down for past mistakes, or I'm not good enough, I'm this, I'm that? And I think that you need to be doing some real work on changing that perspective, on standing up for yourself to yourself. I think that's your job for the week ahead. Is look, you've got 2 10s here. That's why I like. It's also like ending, so that new beginnings can happen. You know, 3 10s. Wow. 10 of coins in reverse. Did I say this was the Queen of Coins? What the hell? Sorry. I'm sorry about that. If I saw, but that's fine, you know. Like, I think that something happens when I read, you know. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes I will think, how did I see that? So maybe that's what you're meant to see, is you as the Queen of Coins, but you being your own worst enemy. I think you need to turn your Queen of Coins upright, and the way you do that is by loving yourself this week. I was talking about the 10 of coins. Is that also like abundance, but it's in the reverse. So you're not feeling that abundance, not feeling like the Queen. 10 of Wands is letting that go. If you are in this state of suspension, you let go of all those expectations you have of yourself, and you stand up for yourself. So this week, I feel, and then you have this lovely 10 of Cups here, that like everything's going to be all right. So, but I feel this week what you need to be doing, beautiful group 2, is standing. I stand up for myself. I stand up for myself. I stand up for myself. You can say that as your mantra for the week ahead, which reminds you every time you have a negative thought, change that around, or even just stop yourself, because that's not standing up for yourself. And I think that's a beautiful thing you can do for yourself. And then let unfold what is ever is unfolding, and let it flow as it needs to as it needs to flow. You need to be cutting yourself some slack, looking at past mistakes, staring fear straight in the eye, doing that thing that you're afraid of, whatever it might be, and conquering fear by just loving yourself, conquering your insecurities by loving yourself, by standing up for yourself. So it feels like there's new beginnings waiting to happen for you. Okay, beloved group 2, I hope that helps you, and I send you lots and lots of love for the week ahead. Welcome back to group 3. You've chosen John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck, and you have Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan. So perhaps you're feeling like you don't understand, but sometimes it's okay for us not to understand. We don't have to know it all straight away, you know. And beneath the deck, you have the Star of Hope. So I think that you're being encouraged to not give up hope, no matter what's going on. And I can see straight away, I see that there's a huge change, and there's a lot to do with finances or abundance or like groundedness. So firstly, you get the 9 of coins in the reverse. It feels to me like you are trying to create your independence, trying to work to be financially okay, because you get both these cards in the reverse, and somehow you are not feeling like you're financially okay. Yet at the bottom here, you have the firm foundation. So perhaps you're working towards a firm foundation, and you know, I said to group 1, Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't know why that saying keeps coming to me, but that's the saying that is coming to me. 1, 1, 1, 1, 9. So you've got a number of ones here, 3 ones. You've got 2 twos. So the 3 twos. Oh wow, 3 ones and 3 twos. So you know what? 1, 2, 1, 2, like step by step. Spirit has a plan. It's like trusting that there's a process. It's 1, 2, not 1, 100. 1, 2, 1, 2. You know. And then you have the awareness, which is the magician here, in the reverse. So somehow you're not believing in your magic or in the magic of the universe. But let's come back to that. So perhaps you're just worried about financial things, but there's a huge change coming about in your finances. That's what this card suggests, financial and material changes. But 5s of cards are the number of change, right? Then you have the sun. You have the sun shining on this reading. You might not see the sun, but something is working for you. I really feel something's working for you, but maybe your mental conflict comes when you start doubting. Yeah, and you know, the 5 of coins also speaks about feeling like an outsider. So, you know, this could be about a relationship or the end of one and moving into another. And you know, sometimes relationships ending require money stories, and maybe that's what you're worried about. But there is a relationship here, and maybe there's a suggestion of some kind of change. But you are laying a firm foundation. But then there's some mental conflict about it. Maybe you're worried that all the work you've put into creating a firm foundation is about to crumble because of a relationship, possibly. But you have the Star of Hope and you have the sun and the star. It's so beautiful, you know. And then here we have the Two of Cups. We have the Four of Coins, and the High Priestess. Yeah. You know, this is one card that I can't relate to. I like John Holland's decks, but this card, I just like. I don't see the High Priestess there. Yeah, but nevertheless, that is the High Priestess. And it's saying that you need to trust your intuition. So I think what's happening is that instead of trusting your intuition, you're going into your head, and that's causing confusion. So you're staying in your head, this way, that way, this way. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? And you're being invited to rather use your intuition to let whatever unfold. You know what? You're being invited to walk with spirit, using your intuition to go and talk to your guides. One way is through journaling. That's my way. My main way is through journaling, and I do stream of consciousness writing. So in that way, I connect directly with my thoughts. You know, I write so fast that I'm not thinking too much. You know, like clinically thinking. I'm just regurgitating what's in my head, and I find it very, very powerful. So I feel there might be a relationship that's causing some conflict. Perhaps it's two people. Let me see. Let me first do justice and do it this way. That candle went out. So you're feeling a bit unsure about your material harvest. You're feeling like you're having to maybe let go. You're feeling a lack of independence. Maybe you are caught up in a relationship that requires sharing or something. I don't know. You know, seeing the 9 there, of the 9 and the 1. I'm not sure. Something came to me and just. But you know, the 9 of coins is about being independent. So I'm thinking perhaps you're not feeling independent. Maybe you feel you can't move because you're tied to someone. Although the Two of Cups can talk about beautiful love, right? But perhaps you want love with someone else. I don't know. That could be a possibility. Because there is this conflict in the head. And it's a two. It's this way, that way. You know, two is about duality. So, and it's there again, it's bordered by these base cards, these cards at the base chakra, firm foundation cards. This one's in the upright, that one's in the reverse. So you are worried about your foundation. And I think it's because you're not trusting. You're not trusting. You have the Magician and the High Priestess here. And you have that spirit has a plan. So it's like you're not trusting in the wisdom and the guidance of the universe in the situation, whatever it might be. But it feels like you have a choice. And there's some change going on, big change. And it's related to your feelings of security. It might be love, but it's something you feel passionate about, feel love for, feel emotional about, should I say. I've got these playing cards on Facebook marketplace, and I've been looking for playing cards to use in tarot just for fun, you know, bring a different element in. Yeah. So you get the Six of Swords, which is that transition time. I think you're going through a transition. With the Six of Coins, it's like, oh, this is an interesting one. But these pictures don't really relate to the because they're playing cards, you know. But the Six of Coins can talk about, it talks about this need for balance, right? And then again, you have this card of maybe you are transitioning to a time of more balance. Maybe that's what you're trying to bring about here, moving from a state of disharmony to a state of harmony with that 5 change to a place where you don't feel abundant to a place where you do. And there's the 7 of Wands here in the reverse, which suggests that you need to be standing up for yourself on something, that you aren't doing that. So perhaps there's a situation here about choice. Balance with the 6s there, you know. And you get the 4 of Wands. Now this last row I normally do in the upright, so the last group also got the 4 of Wands. It's like of stability, which firm foundation. You know, in most decks I don't see the 4 of coins as that firm foundation, but in the John Holland's deck, that's what he speaks about, especially with that triangle there. It's that creating a solid foundation. And then you have the 4 of Wands, which for me is the card of a firm foundation. So it looks like you are building a solid foundation. But whatever this turmoil and change is, there's this potential to still build this firm foundation. Maybe it's with a new love. Maybe it's with an old love. But you need to be trusting. And look at that. Look at that. Okay. So you get, I'm seeing, no, the Joker, it did come out in reverse, but I just said that this last row I normally take in the upright. Look at that thumbs up. It's saying everything's going to be okay, and you get the wish fulfillment card. You get the 9 of Cups. Like, wow, it's really a beautiful card to get, and it's a love. It's a card about love. And you've got hope there, and the Joker. For me, the Joker is also about anything. Anything can happen. You know, it's almost like turning this magician upright and taking the power of the magician into your own hands. But I think that what your advice for the week ahead is to walk with spirit, walk with your higher self, your higher mind, whatever that is. Just keep doing the going in, whether it's with writing or just finding time to be still. There's something really constructive going on here. There's something really powerful. You need to stand up for yourself. It's almost like you need to trust that there's this transition happening, but it's moving to a beautiful place. And you are co-creating that beautiful place. So whatever you're worrying about, I don't feel a negative energy, you know, like you've got the hope, you've got the star, the sun, the star. It's just a change that you're going through. And, you know, even if it's a change of relationships, so we kind of like, I think you need to trust where spirit is leading you. Maybe the new relationship is better for you. Or maybe it's the old relationship going through a change. You will know. But I think you need to be standing up for yourself, trusting this process. And standing up for yourself can be doing the work of going within. And it's not work. It actually can be such a joy because we find those answers from taking that time out. Okay, beloveds, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps. And I send you lots and lots of love for the week ahead. Please give me a like if you like the way I read, and please subscribe if you haven't, and tell others about me. Lots of love to you, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, group 4, and you have, oh, this is so sweet. Your card is the Canary Spirit. Sing your own song, and it reminds you of what a friend was saying to me about. Did a reading for a friend, and maybe she'll hear this and you'll know that I'm thinking about you. And remember, you got the throat chakra, and you said, oh, you started singing again, I think, or you were being invited to sing. So this one's saying, sing your own song. It's a song, Be You. The 12 is the card of the Hanged Man. So it's about looking at yourself in a different way, you know. It's being willing to be the oddball, daring to be different, beautiful. Let's see what the cards have to say. The cards are feeling sticky today. I'm not sure why. Okay, the Lovers in the reverse. Okay. Six of Wands, the World, 2 sixes, the World, the Fool. I think the Fool's come out in every reading. Oh, and I keep blowing that candle out. So it's my enthusiasm. Beneath the deck is the Knight of Cups, so an offer. It looks like possibly an offer coming in, maybe work, maybe, but it's an emotional offer. It's an offer that maybe you feel close to. So the Lovers is in the reverse here. So it could talk about a relationship in a bit of flux, a relationship maybe going through something. Interesting though, you have the Victory card here. Maybe you want to move away from a relationship to your victory on your white horse, but it's like something's not complete yet. You haven't been able to complete this cycle. And then you get the Queen of Wands, the Fool, and the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe there are two people in a relationship, two you and another, or two people that you're interested in, an earth sign and fire sign, or it could be you are one of these. You could be the earth sign and your partner, a fire sign. Maybe you're wanting to move away from that. Also, you get the Temperance card here, which is the card of Sagittarius. This is really making me think of my friend. Interesting. So you have the Queen of Wands, the Fool, and the Queen of Coins. So of these two people, this one's feeling a bit stuck, Queen of Wands, or feeling like lacking self-esteem, or not feeling good about themselves. And maybe they want to make an offer to this Queen of Coins. And this can be any gender, right? But someone who has this nurturing quality, who's passionate, who has something to offer, but at the moment is feeling really unsure of themselves. Maybe they're unsure of this Queen of Coins. Maybe they're a bit terrified of the Queen of Coins, maybe because the Queen of Coins is upright. But the Queen of Coins is beautiful. Come on. Why are you afraid of the Queen of Coins? And the Queen of Coins would be that energy of the nurturer, like the Empress, you know, look at how stable she is, fertile, stable, solid. But it feels like this queen wants to go to that queen and offer something. It could be a same-sex relationship, but that's not necessarily. These are the energies of the people. These are two feminine natures, or at least feeling feminine. This one's feeling, you know, it could be any, like this could be a male and that could be a female, but this one is a very feminine male, or a person who expresses their fire in a feminine way, you know. But there are two feminine energies here. So with the Lovers there and the Queen of Wands, it's like this wants to move to that, but something's not tied up. Something's not completed. Okay, so the possibilities is a person wants to move away from a lover. The possibilities are an old lover wants to come back in, but they're terrified. Maybe you are that lover that wants to make an offer to this Queen of Coins type of energy with the Fool there in the reverse. You want to, but you're afraid. And then you have Temperance, this card of balance, the Seven of Swords, and Judgment. You know, it's like the need to own up, maybe. So it looks like there could be a fire sign in your life, or you could be the fire sign. Temperance is the card of Sag. That's the card of Gemini. But anyway, so it's like maybe in the past there were games that were played between these two. And maybe that's what's caused you to want to move on. Maybe someone played a lot of games, but it looks like that's coming to an end. Because you have the judgments like a rebirth, and you have this temperance card in the upright, which says that someone's finding balance, or maybe the relationship's finding balance. But this is an energy that's leaving. So I see so much positive here. You know, if it is you wanting to move on, if that's what you want, you have every right to do that, you know. But it looks to me like whoever this fire sign is, if there's a fire sign and you're the maybe earth sign, that there's love. Or the other alternative is that this it's almost like the Seven of Wands needs to be put, the Seven of Swords needs to be put behind you. There needs to be like a reckoning of it, like a acknowledgement of the hurt and the pain and whatever, in order to move forward, in order to have the rebirth. So here you have the Lovers, and you have the Queen of Wands, and you have Temperance. So the Lovers in reverse, someone, I think, someone who might have betrayed maybe, or didn't look like love, actually is love and is finding balance. That's what I think. And the victory here is in a new beginning around, is being willing to talk about the Seven of Swords, whatever that hurt was, to be willing to talk about it. And I just want to remind you here, we have the Knight of Cups here again. There's an offer of love, and it might be slow and it might be unsure, but it's genuine, I think. Sorry, it was interrupted. So what was I saying? Yeah, the victory is in having the conversation about the Seven of Swords. It's like the new beginning can't happen if there's no truth spoken. Okay. And then the world, this completion comes with that, with the truth telling, I feel, you know. You know, that can't be completed unless there is honesty, an acknowledgement of the pain, the hurt, whatever. And you, if you are the Queen of Coins, and I think you are, stand your ground, and you're standing your ground. All the hard work you've done to become the Queen of Coins makes it that you insist on this truth telling, basically, and therefore a new beginning can happen. It does feel like a relationship, but you could apply it to a friendship, to work, you know. Let's see, I just got these cards. I've been trying to get playing cards, and I found these cheap on the Facebook Marketplace. I was very excited. Been wanting unusual, you know, like playing cards. So that's about balance. It's also about choices. King of Wands there. Three of Wands. So it's like finding balance. The light is gone now. And the King of Wands here is in the reverse. So perhaps this King of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, maybe so is you might be still feeling unsure about moving forward. Like Three of Wands, also in the reverse, it's like perhaps things will work slowly, and maybe rather have them work slowly, because there needs to be balance first. This King of Wands needs to find balance. Maybe they need to find the balance between their divine masculine and divine feminine, what is their balance? And if it's you, what is your balance? How do you find the balance between your feminine nature, your feminine fiery nature, and your masculine fiery nature? Where do you display the one over the other? And how do you find balance? I think that this is a fire sign. I think it might even be a sad. Either it's you or you are dealing with this. And this person is the Two of Wands, working on finding their balance, finding their confidence, finding their, it can even be how men are taught to, or masculine, man, however you identify, taught to be a certain way, like we don't cry and stuff like that, and or that we have to be tough. So finding that balance, because the alternative to being tough is to be feeling weak or feeling like we are not worthy, we don't have self-esteem. So it's like finding the balance between a tough guy act and that feeling unworthy feminine act, right? Something like that. Because, okay, if you look at that, what is the alternative? What is the King of Wands expressed in the positive? Is confident, is fair, is a leader, is able to start projects, is able to make offers, is able to, negotiate, is confident. And what is the Queen of Wands in the upright? Is fertile, is creative, is intuitive a little bit, can make things happen, does the paintings, is, comfortable with their sensuality, is passionate, So maybe that's the work of this this fire sign or fire sign type energy. If it's you, that's your work. Your work is to try and find that balance and to play with the idea of your divine masculine fire energy, your fire energy. Maybe that's your week ahead and trying to find the balance of the two in the upright, in their positive form. And also to not worry too much about the outcome and sing. But let's get some advice cards as well. But I think you've got some advice there. I think that's a nice thing for you to be working on. The Eight of Wands, communication. The Queen of Coins, there's the Queen of Coins again. So you might be the Queen of Coins and dealing with the fire sign, and there's a need for communication. And then it is over the Temperance and the Seven of Swords. It's like, let's have some honest communication. And the Jack card wants to fall out. To me, there's love. There's love there. And here you have the Ten of Coins, the possibilities of stability, and the Jack of Spades. So perhaps, in the upside downness, this King and Queen of Wands energy in the reverse displays as the Jack of Swords, the Knight of Swords, like more coming from their head, but in fact there's a lot of emotional investment. So maybe you, as the recipient, might want to just be aware of that. Now, that's a very jumbled up reading, but I think it makes sense, and I hope it makes sense for you, and I hope you can find some meaning in it for yourself in your situation. Please remember to sing your own song. That's the other thing. Sorry, let me just get back to this. Maybe this is an unconventional relationship, so you need to stand up for it and allow it to be unconventional because I see the hangman there. And let it sing your own song. Let your unconventional relationship be, if it is, you know. Be proud of it. Be proud of you. Whether you're the queen of coins or this king of wands energy trying to find balance. Yeah. And if you're the queen of coins, to remember to practice with your work and finding, making sure there's honest communication about any past hurts. So maybe, you know, it could work anyway, but those things. Okay, beloved group 4, I'm not going to carry on over explaining. I send you lots of love, and I'll chat with you again soon. Bye.